Kadena Air Base, the largest hub for U.S. air power in Japan, now finds itself well within the striking distance of China's growing ballistic missile arsenal, highlighting vulnerabilities that were once considered unlikely. At just 595 kilometers from Taiwan, Kadena is in a position that makes it an immediate and high-priority target should Beijing decide to escalate military pressure or attempt a forceful takeover of the island. The Pentagon estimates that China has stockpiled more than 2,000 missiles capable of reaching Japanese territory, placing Kadena and other U.S. bases in the region at extreme risk of sudden and overwhelming attack. Analysts note that Japan's airfields are mostly unfortified, with barely 140 hardened shelters across the entire country, leaving critical infrastructure exposed to precision strikes that could cripple operations. Without sufficient defenses, American aircraft, fuel storage sites, and command centers are highly susceptible to rapid missile attacks, which could disrupt sorties and operational readiness within minutes. Experts warn that even a relatively small salvo of Chinese missiles could effectively disable entire air bases, halting U.S. flight operations almost immediately and causing strategic paralysis in the region. The danger is not limited to Japan. U.S. installations in the Philippines face similar risks, with the potential of coordinated drone swarms and ballistic missile strikes that could overwhelm defenses and disrupt regional security. Kadena Air Base remains a key strategic launch point for U.S. forces across the Indo-Pacific, essential for projecting air power quickly in response to regional crises. To counter potential attacks, Kadena conducts rigorous runway repair exercises, preparing crews to restore operational capacity immediately after a strike. The 18th Civil Engineer Squadron focuses on filling bomb craters and clearing debris, ensuring that damaged runways can be reopened within hours rather than days. The goal of these drills is clear: get aircraft airborne faster than any missile strike could disrupt operations, maintaining air superiority in a contested environment. Significant runway upgrades are in progress, including the replacement of pavement and reinforcement of critical sections, making the base more resilient against high-speed impacts. Military war games indicate that current air combat element bases do not have sufficient air defenses to repel simultaneous missile or drone attacks. Analysts caution that the People's Liberation Army could use a combination of drones and ballistic missiles to strike dispersed bases, potentially overwhelming U.S. defenses in a coordinated assault. Defense experts argue that the era of supposedly safe U.S. overseas bases is coming to an end, as China's vast and precise missile network can now reach previously secure installations with ease. Long-range precision missiles from China are now capable of directly threatening American aircraft, fuel depots, and command centers across Asia, fundamentally changing the risk landscape. The PLA rocket force boasts the largest missile arsenal in the world, specifically designed and aimed to neutralize U.S. air power in the Pacific theater. Advanced AI targeting systems and satellite reconnaissance allow China to track American aircraft faster than U.S. forces can relocate or disperse them, reducing the effectiveness of traditional countermeasures. Analysts estimate that coordinated missile attacks could render Japanese runways unusable for up to 12 days, effectively grounding U.S. fighter jets and tanker aircraft during critical periods. Fuel tankers may be unable to safely operate in Japanese bases for more than a month after an attack, drastically limiting the operational range of American aircraft and response options. These vulnerabilities mean that U.S. air power could face severe delays in intervening over Taiwan, reducing the ability to respond effectively during the opening hours of a conflict. Experts warn that even with runway repairs, dispersal of aircraft, and layered defenses, no airfield can be completely protected against a determined and precise missile attack. The strategy of dispersing aircraft across multiple bases is insufficient on its own, as China's advanced missile network can target and strike multiple sites almost simultaneously. The United States now faces unprecedented challenges in the early phase of any potential conflict, as long-range missile strikes could cripple its ability to project power before a war even begins.
25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest newsmakers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the US will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.
पच्चीस करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest newsmakers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the US will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.